Afternoon and welcome to Market Fatafat right here on ET Now. The management of InfoEdge standing by to give us a snapshot of the quarter gone by. Mr. Hitesh Oberoi is the Managing Director and CEO. Healthy margin growth has been witnessed and strong top line as well, Hitesh. But, tell us a little bit about what exactly is the outlook on your bottom line number, which has been a little bit tempered this time around.
Yeah, so we had a reasonably good quarter. I mean, our revenue grew by 17%, the recruitment business grew by 15%, the real estate business, 99 acres, had a very good quarter, it grew by 37%. Of course, costs also went up because we are advertising and spending a lot more on our businesses, investing a lot more in product, technology, marketing than we were earlier. And as a result, EBITDA sort of improved by 19% over the previous year.
Now, we've seen healthy growth in your key verticals this time around, both in real estate as well as in recruitment. What exactly have been the growth drivers this time around, and do you think that this is slated to improve going forward?
Well, a couple of things. One, of course, the first quarter last year was impacted a little bit because of the GST rollout. So that was not a problem this time around. Secondly, we've also seen a small, we are seeing a slight uptick in IT hiring. IT hiring had slowed down around this time last year, but it seems to have bounced back. Of course, it's very early days. This has to sustain for us to sort of say that we are out of the woods on IT. But yes, IT hiring is also picking up. Lastly, real estate advertising was also impacted because of the RERA rollout last year. That is now behind us. So we are seeing higher growth in the real estate vertical as well.
Now, you have several other internet businesses as well, Jeevan Sathi, Policy Bazaar, etc. And besides, of course, the investment in the unicorn Zomato now. So congratulations. Can you tell us what is their contribution to your overall revenue mix? How do you think that these businesses are likely to shape up? Do you think that together they will be a bit positive in the next few years?
Actually, when we report our results, we don't consolidate our investee company numbers because we don't sort of own majority shares in many of these companies. What we report are standalone revenue numbers. So yes, the numbers from Jeevan Sathi and Shiksha are included, but not the numbers of Policy Bazaar and Zomato. These are investee companies. We own minority stakes in these companies, and we consolidate, if required, only once a year. These companies, of course, have been doing very well. They're on a roll. They have raised a lot of money and are investing aggressively to grow the markets they're in.
Do you think that you can maintain your margins around 30%?
Well, if the economy starts looking up, and if IT companies keep hiring like they hired last quarter, and the real estate market continues to be buoyant. I mean, we are not out of the woods in real estate. Prices are still falling in many geographies. But if the real estate market also starts looking up, there is no reason why we won't be able to maintain our margins. Of course, as a company, we want to grow faster, and therefore we are investing a lot more in new products and technologies and trying to gain market share through higher advertising. But yes, I mean, we are confident that if the market sustains, margins can at least be maintained, if not improved.
Okay, and finally, tell us a little bit about, what the outlook is going forward. What are you penciling in by way of your top line growth? How are you looking to scale up some of these internet businesses? And what generally is the message that you would like to send investors?
Well, like you said, the two main verticals we operate in, jobs and real estate, were under tremendous pressure for the last a few quarters. Certain sectors were not hiring and were in trouble. Real estate has been down, in the dumps for the last 3 or 4 years. The number of launches were far fewer than what they were used to be. Inventory of new homes was going up everywhere. Real estate sales has slowed down. Business was also impacted to some extent, for the last few quarters because of first demonetization and then RERA and GST. The message I want to leave everybody is that the worst seems to be behind us, and hopefully, we'll have a good run. If the economy continues to do well, we'll have a good run going forward.
And we wish you all the very best. On that optimistic note, many thanks, Hitesh, for joining in on ET Now and giving us a flavor